All right, so what to think about Lamelo Ball and his progression as a professional? I wanted to break this down. First of all, Lamelo Ball is the one of the most phenomenal kids because he actually has heart. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, they don't understand the amount of heart it takes to go overseas and play. Like even now, when I'm saying it, like it's kind of going over your head. Like the guy really, like he has no fear. You know what I'm saying? To be 16, he's playing against adults, and they're playing their hardest. Something One of the reasons why he hasn't really been like finishing in the lane as much as you would think he would is because they're bumping him, they're pushing him. It's a lot of physicality that doesn't get called. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, to play against people who are going to bring it to you, who are much older than you, that, like, you know what I'm saying? You could tell like he's not afraid, and that's the main thing. Like everybody talks about confidence, everybody talks about skill, but Lamelo's better because he'll be the guy who will take that extra three. Like in his last game, he hit four threes, right? Four threes in a row. A lot of people didn't really catch that because it was hard to find the game live. But you see in the highlights, you see him hit like a bunch of threes, and you're like, but he did it back to back to back. You know what I mean? Like four in a row while his team needed it. They were all clutch threes. Now, here's where the heart comes in. It's the idea that he would take that 4-3. Like, okay, when you hit two, like if you play basketball, hitting one or two in a row, like, you know what I'm saying, in a game, like most people would be happy with that. They hit three in a row. Most people, most children especially, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to ruin that. It's like I hit three threes in a row, three clutch ones, but he has heart because he'll take that 4-3. He'll take that risk. You know what I'm saying? Even though if you watch the clips, if you actually look at the clips, his teammates aren't really approving of these shots, even though they're about to go in. You know what I'm saying? Like they're grabbing their head, like, "Oh, Melo, why do you take that shot?" But he hits him, and that's like the type of pressure that, you know what I mean? Like I remember seeing a video clip of LeVar Ball talking about, man, I put pressure on Lamelo, and that dude, he just doesn't break. Like that dude don't break, and I'm starting to see it. That's his special talent. The thing that that's just completely his. You know what I'm saying? Like out of all the three Ball brothers, like they would say like Lonzo's the unselfish one. He brings people together, and Leangelo, he's the strong one. He could shoot, and then they would say Lamelo's flashy, but I would say that he just got heart. You know what I'm saying? He has. I wouldn't necessarily say that he has more heart than Lonzo, because we Lonzo has a lot of heart too, just because all the stuff he's been through. But he's you can tell Lamelo's gonna be one of those dudes. He's gonna be like Iverson in the way, not in the way of him crossing everybody over, but he's gonna be that dude that plays with his heart every game. You know what I'm saying? Because he's already showing it. Now, he doesn't show it on the defensive end the way he should. He has some bad habits, but even his defense isn't as bad as what people make it seem. You know what I'm saying? The thing is that when you're the youngest on the court, people don't really give you as much respect. So they're going to screen you every play. They screen LaMelo every single play. So it's easy for him to get, confused, you know what I'm saying, because he's young. And you can't really say that if other players were getting screened that much, they would get lost sometimes or get in a bad, like switch to the wrong person sometimes too. So even with that said, there's a lot that goes with that when you're looking at him play defense. It's not just black and white, just clear cut. Um, he gets a lot of deflections, a lot of steals. He's game most of the time. I'd say like 90% of the time he's game on the defensive end. It's just like that 10% that that he's gonna have to adjust. And he's gonna get better at that. He gets better every game. Um, with that being said, uh, I don't really like the way the team is going. Like Like they're bringing in another point guard and some guy, you know what I mean, like who's a veteran. Like I just I don't know. I don't know if I would leave him there another year because it's like I don't know. I just wouldn't leave him there another year. I mean, I wouldn't be so sure of it. Like LeVar already said, he's going to leave him there, but just like the little moves that they make seems kind of passive aggressive. Um, I don't know, but I do know that he's been able to prove that he's able to play at a professional level at 16. Even if this is how much heart Lamelo has, you could put him in there with Trey Young. I swear, like that, he would be hitting threes. And if he had the same green light that Trey Young has, um, he's not as fast up and down the court, but he's taller. So I think he'd be able to dominate in the way that kid's doing. LaMelo will be able to do that this year as a 16-year-old. He'd be able to dominate the NCAA because he can shoot. You know what I'm saying? And you got to remember the 3-point line that LaMelo's shooting from is a professional line. Like he's further out than what the college players are shooting from. And even in most of those clips, LaMelo's like 4 or 5 feet back from that. You know what I'm saying? So the dude can shoot and he's quick. He's fast. He's one of the fastest guys on the court normally when he's playing. But I can't say he's as fast as like Trey Young or anything like that. But my point is that LaMelo has so much heart that even if you put him out there in the NBA, if you put him out there in the NBA today, you I'm telling you, the dude wouldn't freeze up. Like he would be shooting the same shots that he's shooting overseas, the same shots he shoots in high school. And it's crazy that his game can translate because he's better. He's a lot better this year. He's made like a huge improvement from the year before. But even with that being said, the dude isn't that much better. It's just his game translates. You know what I'm saying? He's taller and he translates. So I don't. He could have been doing some of this stuff even as a 15-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Last year he could have some of the stuff he's doing this year against these people he could have done last year. But I'm not trying to ride his coattails or bring him up too much, but I'm just saying like he's that type of dude. I would it would be crazy to see him like his first year, but I think he can kind of he won't he's not polished enough to be able to keep up on defense, and there's little things that he needs to do like where he loses his man and stuff like that on defense. But um with that being said, within like a year, like I could see him being able to like play with NBA players, like just straight. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be able to be qualified to play, of course, but he could play. He could play with those dudes, and I don't know. I'm surprised at the kid's heart. Like I used to be caught up in the flash. I used to be caught up in the deep threes. But like I said, the whole point of this video is just to highlight that the dude has more heart than most 16-year-olds. Like I don't even think I had that type of heart. You know what I'm saying? I would have been shy and like to go out there and millions of people watching. It's crazy, but just let me know what you think. I think that's his special power. Like I said, LiAngelo, he's the strongest. Lonzo, he's the most unselfish. He brings people together. And LaMelo, I think he has the most heart out of the three. And that's all I got. Peace.